Right. So today was uh, one of those like really like good ones where I feel like I've sort of gone up another level in a sense. So it was a really interesting one. So to start off, basically I took the junior class and I ran it like from start to finish. Kind of took the lead with it. Instead of it being just a straight up role reversal where the person who normally teaches it acted as the assistant, instead we have someone who's like an admin person, and they are starting to learn assistant coaching stuff. So they acted as the assistant while I led the class. So it was good for them to learn. It was good for me as well to take that lead role with the juniors. It's kind of definitely an area that I've not felt very confident with historically, but after today, it really went well, and I definitely feel a newfound sort of confidence with the kids. You definitely have to have more of a leader role with the kids. They kind of constantly look it up to you to provide them with instruction and direction, to tell them what to do and stuff like that, and they're more likely to mess about. So you need to be the sort of authority figure to keep them in line, but also you have to keep it light and fun, keep it enjoyable for them as well. So I think I handled it pretty well. Did the warmth same as normal. Naturally, it's a kids one. You don't push them as hard. I didn't think I did. So I think that was alright. I think the warmth was fine. And then going through the syllabus, our grading's coming up soon in like the next 2 weeks. So all the classes were kind of focusing on grading and sort of just running through all the stuff that you need to do for the grading. So we did that, grounded through a lot of stuff. Didn't stick on any technique for too long. I mean, especially when it's a small group, tend to get bored quite fast anyway with any kind of class. And if they've already done every technique a few times before and they know it fairly well, they don't really need to run it through that much. You can kind of blitz through the whole syllabus in 1 hour session. So it felt pretty good. It wasn't too hard for me to get their attention to move on to the next thing. They didn't really interrupt or mess about too much when I was telling them what to do. We tried a few things where we're trying to help them remember the names of techniques. So we're trying to get them to like recall the information, quizzing them, testing them in different ways, trying to probe their knowledge as well as just how good their actual technique is. Because the thing is, on the day of the grading, you just get told the name of the technique and you get told to do it. And a lot of people, if they don't know the syllabus inside and out, they're not familiar with the names of all the techniques, especially as a junior level, it's a bit harder for them to remember these things. You can get pretty stumped by that, and it kind of affects you grade subtly in a way. Even if you do a technique really well, even if you get like a 10 out of 10 level technique, if you didn't know, or like you struggled to remember what the actual technique was based on its name being called out to do it, and you had to like, the person who's grading you had to like demonstrate what it is to get you to remember it, then you won't get a 10 for that, because it's just one of those little things that quite a few people struggle with if they're not like really on the ball with. And that's kind of, it comes down to like certain people will put in extra practice outside of grading, outside of training hours, compared to people who only do like the minimum. But it's like that with everything really. There was a minor sort of incident in the junior class where one of them, I think they landed badly from a technique. It's probably one of the most difficult techniques on that particular syllabus we've got at the moment at the beginner level. So I'm not surprised that it was that one. But basically, one person held down, and then me and the other, who just sort of kept them busy, kept them distracted. just kept it separate, so because of course they're trying to like not do focus on what trying to get them to do and like look around and stuff. But you have to just like block the vision, get them focus on the techniques and stuff. Just don't draw attention to it. So just I think we handled it pretty well, honestly. It worked out fine, and the student was fine in the end. Just a bit of a sort. I think they got winded. I had a bit of a sort of panicky reaction to it as well. So not a situation you want, but it's going to happen inevitably, and I think we did deal with it fairly well. So I think things that I've sort of learnt today is, having the confidence to command the room and take that leadership role, to project my voice more, be more vocal, and just confident in that commanding position. Getting everyone to, because they're chatting and stuff, they're making a lot of noise. You have to sort of shout over them, get them to all come in when you want to move on or something like that. And of course, how to sort of deal with the accidents and unfortunate situations that are bound to happen every now and then. So I think I've learned quite a few important things today. And to just have sort of more fun doing it as well, and that comes from the confidence of partly knowing the students better and also being more comfortable in that lead role, being able to make jokes or have fun with them in some other way, keep it light and friendly, and that kind of projects into like the adult classes and the kickboxing as well. So I think something that I would do differently next time or work on is still something I've gone on quite a few times. Sort of more correcting the techniques in the kickboxing line out. We have a line there, they just do it, move on to the next one. They do kind of switch quite fast between them, so sometimes I find myself hesitating a bit on whether or not to like make a small remark on how to like tweak the way they're doing something. Say they're punching like this instead of lifting the rope up high on a hook, or if they say not turning their hips quite right on a roundhouse, they're not hitting with the right part of their leg or their foot. Just doing that a little bit more, correcting their stuff. They are coming on, I think. They're definitely getting better and showing improvement. There's part of me that wants to like make it really high energy and like nothing but encouragement. But no, I should try and work on critiquing just to small things, just get it a bit better, raise the standard of their technique, because that'll just provide better results for them in general, I think. So outside of that, this week I'm still on that audio book from before, quite a way through it now. I'm about to have finished it by the time I do the next one of these. But we're trying to set up another new club in a different area from where we're at now. So, and the way this one I'm doing at the moment, these Sunday classes, basically I am like hired, I'm like a paid instructor, so I get paid a fixed rate to come be like an assistant coach for these classes. So I get like a fixed hourly rate, and I'm just like employed essentially. But the way these new ones are going to work is I'm going to become a licensee for the club that I go to and also technically work for. So I'm going to be a member, still working on these Sundays, so an employee, and then I'm also going to be a licensee for these new ones. It's probably going to start with just like 1 day, but I'm going to definitely look at branching it into 2 days when I can. Of course, I've got to manage my time around and sort stuff out, but it's still a work in progress. We're in early stages, but we're just I've made a big spreadsheet of all the potential venues, and I'm going to probably email them tomorrow, hopefully, if I get like a specialist email. And I've got someone else working with me on it as well. He's looking at venues in another area, so we're both going to be working together. I'm not sure if he's going to be a licensee as well and we're going to have it as like a joint venture, or if he's going to be like a paid assistant. It probably depends on how he wants it, and we're still figuring stuff out. It's early stages, like I said. But yeah, so basically as a licensee, I'll basically open it and sort of run it as like my own club / business, but it'll be under the banner of the club I already go to, and I'll have all their resources and stuff like that. So, and I'll also have extra support building up the numbers and getting advice on how to do everything. So we're looking to sort of sort it out in the next like 2 months or so, I think. Got to find a venue and then do a load of marketing. Get everything set up. Do a lot of different things, but it should be good. I think it should be a promising, and I've got to do this like coaching course for it's like the official British Jiu-Jitsu Association coaching course. I need to do that first as well, and the course, like the day when we have to go in and do it, is coming up quite soon. It's like mid next month, so mid-April, I think. But beforehand, I need to or is it May? Well, anyway, beforehand I need to do all these like 10 mini essays, like these 1-page essays. So I'm working on them at the moment in my spare time when I can. Of course, I'm not particularly skilled or naturally gifted at things like essays. Doesn't mean I can't do well. It just means that I can't just blitz through it easily. It doesn't come naturally. I have to take a lot of time over it. I have to really get in the zone, get focused correctly, and I get bored very quickly of it, so I become easily distracted, so it becomes quite hard for me to work through it. I've already done one, so I've got 9 left. I'm gonna try and do the best I can to plough through them, but we'll have to see. But as a result, I'm probably not gonna be able to make much like main channel content throughout the next month or so, because I'm focusing more of the limited free time I have on this, basically. So all this new club stuff, I still do these, of course. These are quite easy to do, but yeah, quite busy at the moment. Other than that, I think that pretty much covers today. So yeah, see you guys next time.